Hello and welcome to Nightline. I'm Jerry Middleton, and along with me tonight, as usual, is Rick Fletcher. And Rick, we couldn't find Mark Kirkhoff, but by gosh, we found the 2X next best.
Next best, Jerry.
Next best.
We're upgrading.
Well, yeah, they could be the best, not to mention it. Anna and Lauren's with us tonight, and they'll be helping us on the boys basketball sectional broadcast. So those of you who watched the game the other night, you'll be interested to see what we got them doing. We got them down in the trenches doing the dirty work.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later, Jerry. But, first of all, I do want to say you guys were fabulous last night on that JV game.
Thanks.
And if you get a chance, you guys out there, go watch that game the other night against Union City. You will hear Anna Drake and Lauren Lacey on the broadcast as color commentators, and they did a great job. As a matter of fact, we're in jeopardy, you and I. We might be retired. So.
Well, you know what, Rick? It wouldn't bother me a whole lot. They'd be overtaken by some nice young ladies.
Oh, that'd be all right. So, hey, welcome, ladies. We're glad to have you here.
We're glad to be here.
All right. So first, we got to let's find out a little bit about Lauren. What year are you?
I'm a freshman.
You're a freshman. All right. So you could be doing this for a long time.
Yeah.
So you came in just the right time. What do you do? You do activities? What kind of activities?
I do golf and tennis.
Golf and tennis. So tennis is coming up, right?
Yeah.
Tennis season? That's a spring sport for girls, right? Okay. Anna, you're a senior. We know you. You've been around, okay? With basketball and things and volleyball, we know you from volleyball. So welcome to the party here. We're glad to have you guys. So you're going to help us here on Nightline, like you've been here all these times. You've done these 100 times. So what do we got going on, Jerry?
Well, I'll tell you what. Well, let's start off with a little bit of Damsels.
Damsels.
Now, they went to Northview, which is over by Terre Haute, Brazil area, and had a 5th place finish, is what I was told.
Yeah, that's a long bus ride, by the way.
Oh, my gosh, it's a long car ride.
Yeah, so they're on a bus, though, a school bus. And we've said before, those buses aren't comfortable. So
it's not your big Provost that you're riding in.
No.
It says Bluebird on the side.
That's exactly what it says. So they did good. Tracy texted me this morning. She said they were solid performance. They got their show in. And what happens with Damsels is they're going to add some more. Okay, it's like tweaking. It's like putting in another play if you're a basketball team. So she was satisfied, a good solid 5th place finish. And you know a little bit about Damsels.
I do.
You've been there before.
Yeah. They're definitely on their way. I've watched a couple videos of their performance, and it's good that they're not peaked yet right now, but they definitely have potential to do some big things.
Yeah. Your sister Kelly was a damsel extraordinaire. She still is at Ball State.
So. Chirp, chirp.
All right, so they're next week they'll be at Hamilton Southeastern, one of the 2 high schools located in Fishers, one of the big schools, 2 big schools.
Actually, Fishers is now bigger than Hamilton Southeastern.
Well, who can
I just found that out yesterday.
We can't keep up with that, so good luck to them. They typically, with their class, they're typically going to perform 3 to 4 o'clock in the afternoon. So if you want to get down there, hey, come on down, get there. And give them. We need a cheer block. We always talk about cheer blocks. That would be awesome if you get a cheer block there. So, good luck to you ladies. And we missed them on Friday night. We were going to see the show, but weather intervened. And hopefully we'll get to see that. I'm sure they'll put on a show for somewhere at some point. We'll get to see that.
And Rick, drumline.
Yeah,
they took
break up the drumline.
They took my advice, and they're tossing the mallets in the air, catching them behind her back, and hitting the xylophone. And guess what? Another 1st place.
These guys are on a roll. Okay, Anna. Again, you're another drumline.
Yeah.
That you've done that.
I definitely saw their performance in Greenfield this past Saturday, and they did really well. I'm really impressed. Their show's about fall time, and it's really coming together this season.
Yeah, so Lauren, so here's what Tom Chris said about it. He said that the kids are confident, and they're showing maturity, and they're having a lot of fun. And that's what it's all about, right? Just having some fun. Yeah, exactly. So, hey, 1st place, you can't get better than that. I mean, is there a plus 1st place? The only thing is they got to move up a class, right? That's what they'd have to do.
Another 1st place.
Yeah.
It's better than 2 1st places.
If you hit 2 in a row, first, and they're right out of the gate. So congratulations to Tom and his crew. The drum line, they're awesome. Drumline's a lot of fun. Damsels is a lot of fun. I love this stuff. You know, I've had kids involved in both of those. And drumline, I tell you, you get there and you see some of the bigger schools perform, you see what drumline is all about. I mean, it is quite a show. So they're going to be at Franklin Community on...
Just south of Indianapolis.
Yep, that's going to be, Jerry's our tour guide. He knows where all these schools are because he's probably been to most of them.
Been to most of them, yes.
So they'll be at Franklin Community on Saturday, this coming Saturday. And again, if we can get people there, they usually perform like noon, 1 o'clock, because they're typically one of the first to go on or in the first segment. So that's, you know, somewhere in there, that's when their performance will be. So you could go there and hit the Damsels in the afternoon. And, you know, hopefully we'll talk about basketball, but maybe we come back into the sectionals at that point. We'll see what happens. We'll talk about that later.
And earlier today, we had, on Nights of the Round Table, we had the cheerleaders on, the 4 seniors.
Oh my goodness, that went off the rails in a hurry.
Yeah,
it was a lot of fun. We had a lot of fun.
That was like a train wreck right there. It went off the rails.
Yeah, but it was a fun train wreck to watch, Jerry, though. Those girls had all kinds of personality. They were fired up. They were talking into the camera. They were calling out the cheer block. It was awesome. You know, these guys were great. So, you know.
They had a good time. And they got a competition coming up. In case you don't catch it on Nights of the Round Table, which you should be on this YouTube channel as usual with Rick and myself. But anyway, Rick, so when's that competition?
That's March 8th. That's a week from Tuesday. It's TEC Championship, okay? And they say get there early. Get there about an hour early. They want to see a cheer block there because they've been working hard with the cheer block. Now they need a little help on the other end. They need the cheer block to be there for them. So that's 7 o'clock at Lincoln High School in Cambridge City. And show up, you know, go see them. They've never won this thing, Jerry.
That's what I'd heard. They'd never won it before, which is, to me, quite surprising.
Well, me too, but I was just, before we started, you guys came over, I was over talking to Chelsea Wine, who's their cheer coach, and they feel like they got a good chance. And they've been working hard. They've got their show in. They put a lot of a show, or their performance is in. It's 2.5 minutes of strenuous work is what it is. So looking forward to that. So we got to show up.
I'm thinking, Rick, that I might be well, I don't want to let this out of the bag, but I could be a surprise flyer.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, the flyer's on the top, Jerry, so you might be the base. See, we learned this. You mean tumbler. Tumbler's the one that goes like this. Okay.
Well, maybe that.
Now, after you tumble, we'll have to have the paramedic there in the ambulance to get you over to Reed Hospital, so we'll get you back in shape.
Yeah, who knows?
So that's, you know, cheerleading's awesome because that's sports. That's athleticism, and it's fantastic. Have you guys ever been a cheerleader?
I did when I was like really young.
All right,
but
so
I can't even do a cartwheel.
Yeah.
So that tells me where
all
I'm
right.
at.
So you're out. You're not a cheerleader. How about you, Anna?
I've not, but I know it's underrated for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, it's when they get to this competition time, it's really competitive and hard work. So.
Oh, I was just, like I said, I was over there just before you guys came, and it's very competitive.
It is.
And it's almost cutthroat, Jerry.
Yes.
I mean, it's really.
Yes, it is.
These guys, they want to win it, and you could tell when we had the girls here, the 4 seniors, they were fired up. They wanted to win. So Knights of the Round Table, cheerleader edition.
Yes.
So that's going to drop probably about the same time as this right here.
It will be out first thing in the morning.
So
Yeah.
let's get that and see that, and it's a lot of fun. It was fun to bring them in, and so
Yeah. I've been a part of percussion and tennis and basketball, and I think for all of those things you need a good cheer block. I mean, that's just fuel for you no matter what you're doing. So definitely go out and support your friends.
Well, so let me ask you, okay, you played volleyball and you were basketball this year.
Yep.
Cheer blocks, they really mean something, don't they?
They do. I mean, that's just a whole nother level of adrenaline rush because you know those people, and that just means so much more to you.
All right.
So Lauren, should we have, I'm just throwing this out here, should we have a cheer block at golf?
The golf club? Maybe. That'd be funny to see. Just like, it'd be very funny to see.
Or how about at a tennis match? Now, here's what bothers me about tennis matches. You get the guys holding the signs up saying "Quiet, please," or golf matches. I want to be the guy yelling, "You're the man," as you throw the ball up, and try to do that. I mean, that's what it's all about. You got to be able to concentrate. So you think a chair block would work at tennis?
I mean, yeah, but they also need to be respectful enough.
Yeah.
It's not like
That's no
basketball
fun.
where you're okay, like to yell, but
That's no fun.
Yeah, that's no fun. We want to raise Cain. We want to have havoc. Chaos. That's what it's all about. Well, maybe we can get some of the tennis matches over here at the courts and get a chair block up for you. So it'll be interesting at least. So.
yeah.
Well, guess what's coming up Tuesday night?
I'm guessing sectionals are right around the corner.
Boys basketball sectional, back where they belong at Hagerstown.
Oh, absolutely. Hagerstown's the perfect facility for this, Jerry.
Yes.
It's a perfect location. It's right in the middle of all the schools that are participating. It's a quick ride for us here at Northeastern to get there. But really, it's a great facility. The atmosphere is great. The people there are great at Hagerstown. They really are. They take care of you. They got a good hospitality room, which will
you
interest
ain't
all
kidding.
of us, right? Because we're going to be able to.
We'll have our media passes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
And speaking of media, we might as well bring this right out right now. We will be showing every game live.
Yeah, from all the games.
All the games, all 7, no matter what Northeastern does. We're going to be there. Now, here's the partial kicker to it. You can watch it live for free, but if you want to download it later, maybe keep it or something, it's $9.95.
All right, so here's how you get there. So in case you want to know, probably the simplest way is to go to ihsaatv.org. And when you get there, in the search bar, just go Northeastern, or if you're from Hagerstown, you can go to Hagerstown, and that will bring you to the link to the game. If you're a Northeastern fan, you can go to the Twitter page, the Knights Basketball Twitter page, and those links will be posted there. All right, so it's, go there. If you're in town, come to the games. We want everybody at the game, but you can watch it on your phone. I see a lot of people just bring it up on their phone. Now, it is on delay, so that you're behind a few seconds, but at least you can watch that. And the reason we have Lauren and Anna here, they are part of our team here this year.
What?
They're part of the team. So
Rick. This is... we might be either going up the hill or down the hill. I haven't decided yet.
Well, let me ask you. So you guys got here last night just totally unaware of what was going on, right?
Yeah.
So all of a sudden I'm saying, hey, why don't you do color commentary? Lauren, what was your reaction when I asked you to do?
I was pure shock. I was like, oh my gosh.
Had you ever done anything like that before?
No, I haven't. And one thing that happened was one of my friends from a different school, they were listening to it, and they text my mom really quickly. I just heard Lauren on there. I was like, oh God.
So your mom got to watch it then, right?
Yeah.
All right. And you can go back and watch the replay. That's free, by the way. You can watch the replay and go do that. And Anna, same way. You got to go twice because I was supposed to go in at the end, and you were sitting there. I said, why don't you just go right on? Because I saw you having fun. So were you surprised when I said, hey, let's do this?
Oh, yeah. I was definitely surprised, but I had a lot of fun with it, yeah.
A lot of fun with it. You were a natural. Mark and I were wondering if we had a job after you got off. We wondered if someone else was going to be hired. So you did fabulous, okay?
Yeah.
You both did great. Of course, you're new at it. It's something you've never done before. You're a senior, so we should have got you maybe 6 months ago, but here we are. You're only a freshman, so, we're going to be doing a lot of these things, in the fall. Hopefully we'll do volleyball.
Now, what are the girls going to be doing, Rick?
Well, all right, so you tell us, Lauren, what are you guys going to be doing?
Okay, so before the game, we're going to interview the coaches from each side, and basically we're going to ask them about how they feel about the game and just like get what they think about the game and what it's going to be. Then from the winning side, we're going to ask to have one player to interview and bring him up to the booth and then interview them.
Yeah, just like we do. We try to spotlight the teams like we do in our broadcast. We try to spotlight the kids as much as we can. And so that's what we're doing. So you guys will both be involved in that, right, Anna?
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
so your face is going to be on that TV or the computer screen or wherever you watch it
I don't
from.
know if you want that out
No,
there.
it'll be there, you know. It'll be there.
I've already watched it from last night.
Yeah, we saw you interviewing Kobe last
Mm-hmm.
night, and you did a great job. Of course, it was fly by the seat of our pants because
Yeah.
you didn't know what was going on, and you had Mr. Luby probably talking to you from the
Yeah,
background.
I'm
but-
definitely a planner, so this is good for me that I have to kind of improvise a little bit.
Yeah,
but-
so we're going to have both of you guys will be interviewing coaches, and so we're going to see that, and then we'll probably, rotate who does the players, but we definitely want to spotlight you guys
Yeah.
as students,
Our
okay?
students.
Spotlighting students, bringing kids up from the winners of the team, whether it's Northeastern, Shenandoah. We're homers. We want Northeastern, all right? We'll say that out loud. But whoever it is, we're going to bring them up. And the second game will be Hagerstown and Knightstown. We'll get a winning player from that team. We'll figure out who that is, and we'll interview them. It's going to be one of you guys doing that. And I think Anna, you got a feel for that last night
Yeah.
on the JV game, and so you guys will go home and do your homework. Study
Yes.
the max preps like we chatted about. Get to know them a little bit, and maybe write out a script for what you would ask the player. Okay, just have that there. And I guess Angie is going to join us in some form or fashion. We don't know quite. She wasn't able to be here tonight, but in some form or fashion. So we got a three person team of roving reporters.
Well, and when we talked about doing this broadcast, and I talked to the IHSA about it, they wanted to make sure that we would have students involved, and I said, absolutely, I am 100% for that. And next year, we want to increase our student involvement a bunch. So,
You and I have big ideas, really. We got
Yeah.
a lot of ideas, involving more kids, maybe doing broadcasts for junior high games,
Yeah.
and that type of thing. So we'll see what happens. So there's going to be more opportunity for those of you who like to do this. The more you do it, the better you get. Hey, Jerry and I, when we first started, was stumbling over our words and stumbling over each other. It was a comedy show, all right? Right now, we're comfortable with each other, and we're getting better at it. We're not perfect. We're never going to be perfect, okay? That's the beauty of it, is you're not perfect, okay? So it's just a lot of fun, and you get to laugh at the mistakes, and you see those. So we're not going to be ESPN or anybody we can try to be, and I don't know, maybe they're going to call you, Anna. They might do that. Or Lauren, they might call you, okay? Remember, I got 10% of the contract, okay? So if we ever get that far. But there's things that we want to do. So let's talk about the boys basketball team.
well, Tri-Eastern Conference Championship.
Yep, went 8-0 in the conference.
And let's face it, 8 decisive wins.
Yeah, very decisive. They dominated conference play this year. When you say, Anna,
Oh, definitely. I think all those boys have a lot of confidence, and going into the sectional, I think we're really peaked out and ready to go.
yeah, as Lauren last night, as we were talking to some of the players last night, you could see that confidence. They were brimming with confidence.
Yeah, they definitely were, and they deserve it. They work really hard, so they
Yeah.
deserve to have some confidence.
Yeah,
in
they
themselves.
do, and they have worked hard. They've got big ideas, big dreams right now. You're talking to the seniors last night. They really think they have a team that can go a long way. Anything can happen. I can bet you right now, Coach Ross has already texted every one of them, talked to him last night. Shenandoah is the only thing I want you guys to talk about from now till the game time. So
Definitely.
they got to, Shenandoah is improving. We beat them by 30 points in the first game. I don't think you can count that game.
No, no.
It's going to be a different ball game right
Well,
here.
and you can't count the games the Knights played early in the year
Yeah,
because they are a different team.
yeah.
Absolutely a different team. In in the beginning of the season, we weren't even talking Michael Henry.
No, not at all.
Not even in the equation were we were talking about him.
Yeah, so now, a couple things have happened,
Yeah.
Jerry. The defense has always been good. I think they've picked it up a notch. What do you guys think? They're
Yeah,
picking
they
up the
definitely-
Yeah, they've got a lot. They're very into their defense. They focus a lot on that at practice, I think. And I'm really excited. Ben and Grant, on their 2 best players, I mean, they'll shut them down.
Yeah, defense is great. Now perimeter shooting all of a sudden
Yeah.
has started to come along.
Definitely.
We got that. We got a kid like Michael Henry. He's a sophomore, been playing mostly JV, all right? Last night, in the last game of the season, he didn't play any JV. He just played varsity. And so I think Coach Ross has plans to use him even in tight spots, because he's got confidence, a lot of confidence in that shot.
Yeah.
It's not only him. Every once in a while you get a Carson Scaretti. He can shoot the three. You got Raiden Faust just starting to dominate inside. I mean, really, he's playing like he's on a mission. And we were talking last night, Jerry, Mark and I were on the broadcast, and we were talking about Raiden. And I'd be curious what you guys think. Ever since Raiden made his college choice, it's like the weight of the world has been lifted off his shoulders, and he's just coming to play.
Yeah.
What do you think of that, Lauren? Is that kind of what you've been seeing?
Yeah, he is definitely, he has more confidence. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff anymore once you pick a college.
Yeah.
So I guess it really did lift a weight off of his shoulders, and he could just be himself.
Yeah, Anna, would you agree with that? Or you've seen the games,
Definitely.
you've been going?
I can see it on his face. I mean, he's just a lot smiley on the court, you know? He's just he's just having fun. I think definitely that showed last night.
Yeah, and I think even against Connersville, they went down, they lost to Connersville early in the week. Connersville, they're a number 10 in 3A. We're number 9 in 2A. So, there's a difference between 3A and 2A. Connersville is a very good team. He was doing the same things against Connersville, against a defensive stalwart team.
Yeah.
A team that probably we're not going to see that good a defense, at least in the sectional. We'll see what goes on down the road. But he was even, driving to the basket, taking him to the hole, aggressive. So Raiden, we're probably going to go, Raiden's going to be the what is it? The straw that stirs the drink, as Reggie Jackson used to say. But he's got a big supporting cast. We have more than one scoring option. He's not the only scoring option. You've got guys like Grant Luby. He's been down a little bit, but he can go off at any point in time. Carson Terrell coming off the bench, providing that underneath scoring option. Lumpkin's been there for 3 years, okay? Peyton Lumpkin. So, and he's scoring double digits or close to that now, as well as providing stellar defense. And then again, we say Luby on defense. Ben Deitch dishing the ball, just giving the ball to the scorers. He knows his role. That's a good thing about a guy like Ben. He knows what his role is. He doesn't need to be the star of the show. You need a guy like that. Plus, he plays solid defense. So, I think we should feel good about it. I am a little nervous about Shenandoah, though. Okay, because you cannot look past them. You have to go out and play like there's no tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely during sectionals. I mean, sectionals is a whole nother level of intensity, and you never know what's coming. So.
Yeah, and they're well coached, and they've got I think they've won 4 sectionals in a row. So their seniors have been through the wars already. They know what it takes. Okay. I don't think our seniors, if they go back as a freshman, they won the sectional and actually lost to Shenandoah in the regional final. Yeah. Okay, so there's Shenandoah again. Okay, but they got to carry us. Our seniors got to carry us to that title. So looking forward to it. Should be fun. And hey, I'm glad you guys are coming because should be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Well, we've been here a little bit. We got anything else to cover, Rick?
We mentioned archery, right?
Oh, no, we did not.
Well, we got to mention archery. How could we forget archery?
It starts with an A.
Yeah.
First in the alphabet. No, excuse me. Archery is going to the state.
Yeah.
Also.
Okay, so who among us knew there was a state tournament for archery?
I knew that.
All right. You said Lauren said she had a friend who's on the team.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so I kind of know and I was surprised because I actually tried it for a little bit.
Yeah.
And I had no idea there was a state thing for archery. I was just like, wait, what?
Yeah. Well, let me tell you, early risers, because there are probably a lot of deer hunters there. So they start that archery tournament at the Indy Fairgrounds, 7 in the morning, March 12th. 7 a.m. is when they have to be there.
Oh, my gosh.
So that's an early riser. You got to get there early. Kind of reminds me of State Fair Band Day when we have to get there at 6 o'clock and, get on the bus and be there early. So, hey, good luck to those guys. We're going to have to do something, Jerry. We've got to bring them in.
We'll get them in here. Maybe we can try to get them in here next week or something.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Okay, we'll figure it out.
Knights of the Round Table. And
again, it's kind of like wrestling. I've got no clue. Yeah. I don't know a thing about archery. I know it's a bow and an arrow and a target.
Well, there's one thing I know, is if you go to these tournaments, you need binoculars.
Yeah, because
Because otherwise you cannot see where the arrow hits.
yeah, those
Oh,
things
yeah.
are a long ways away.
Yeah,
So-
you can't see, even at, I think 15 meters or something like that, you still can't see it, because the arrow is like,
Especially
Staring.
especially the guys, the two old guys,
Especially
with their eyes going back and
yeah.
everything.
Yeah,
So-
that's, I ain't no kidding about that. That's a crazy, I went to one of the archery meets and it was insane.
yeah.
It was really cool.
Well, they're going to the state tournament. That's got to be a big thing.
Yeah.
All right. So congratulations to you guys. I don't know what you call them. They archers or what are they?
I think it's called archers.
Archers, well, whatever you guys with the bows and arrows, okay? Whatever you call yourself. If it's archers, great. If it's not, I apologize. Someone will tell us after they see this. But we're gonna have to have these guys come in, Jerry, just to let us know what's happening and what's going on. And March 12th, 7 a.m. If you're an early riser, grab a cup of coffee and a donut and get over there.
Get over to the Pepsi Arena. I think it's where they're shooting over
Yeah.
there at the Coliseum there.
I'm
Oh, man.
assuming it's an all-day event. It must be. It has to be a pretty long event if they're starting
Yeah.
that early. So,
Yeah.
and I don't know how many schools are there. They probably don't do classes like 1A, 2A. It's probably everybody in the same boat. So, hey, we'll figure it out. Just like we learned wrestling.
Yep.
We're gonna learn some archery.
Oh, we know wrestling now.
Oh, we know our wrestling.
We know our
And
wrestling.
we had a lot of fun
We
with
got
that.
different holds, the Russian, and all these. And, oh yeah, we know it all.
Thank goodness you and I didn't have to perform any of that
No,
stuff.
no,
That'd been
no.
another hospital visit.
I've been another hospital visit, just
So
like
we're
tossing the guns in the air.
Although I did have an idea, we ought to have a celebrity wrestling match. Jerry Middleton versus Heather Kroll, okay? We'll put them in the ring.
Oh,
We'll see. We'll talk to Heather's people because she's got people, okay?
Oh,
We'll talk
yeah.
to her people, see if we can.
we'll put that on paper.
Oh, man, we're gonna make some money on that one
There
right
you go.
there. So
Well, I think that's about it. Isn't
I
it,
think
Rick?
it is. Hey, I'm glad you guys came tonight. Looking forward to next week. It's going to be a lot of fun. You guys will be prepared. You'll do great. I'm sure you will. Be there early, like I told you. We'll get there and we'll get that ball rolling. Go to ihsaatv.org. Search Northeastern for the Northeastern game, or if you want a different game, you go to their game. It's going to be separate games, all right?
Yeah.
It doesn't go one to another like we do here, JV to varsity. So you'll have to pick that game and link into that game. We're going to be there. Doesn't matter how far Northeasterns go. We want them to go all the way because we're homers. But we're in it for the kids, even the other kids.
Yeah.
We really want to highlight what they're doing. So this will be a lot of fun. We'll get these guys on tape, and you guys will help us do that. So that's going to be fun.
Well, I think we're on a wrap for tonight, and for Lauren and Anna and Rick, I'm Jerry, and you know what? It's been another good night.
All right, you guys are going to like this. I think that